Do I have a couple of friends who may like to come forward? Hey, come here. Hey, come on. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wow. How are you all doing today? How many of you go to a thing called Stitch and Sew on Tuesday night? A lot of people say, what is Stitch and Sew? So I just thought, since this week is their last little session for the summer, I would tell you how Stitch and Sew got started. Is that okay with you? You guys, all right? Well, there was a lady in the church. Her name is Stitch. And one of her good friends is named Sew. And so Stitch and Sew, or Sew and Stitch, said we should get together once a week and teach people in the church how to sew, how to stitch. Wouldn't that be fun? Would you like to do that? I didn't think so. Well, anyway, they met every Tuesday, and one of the ladies that has come to Stitch and Sew every single week is a lady named Nancy. And, well, I don't know how to put this. I feel bad because she's here. I'd rather talk to her behind her back. She's really not that good at stitching or sewing. So at the end of the year, they get together and they show what they made, okay? So one lady made, look at this. Isn't that nice? That's pretty nice. And am I getting in the way of this conversation here? Oh, yip, 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 yip. So anyway, well, don't worry about the story. It's not that good anyway. Did you like this? Okay. And look at this one. Wow, huh? And then they say, well, Nancy, what did you make? How do you like it? And Nancy kind of walked the other way. And she said, I'm not very good at sewing. And all of a sudden, Stitch and Sew said, stop for a minute, Nancy. Okay, you have a lot to learn yet. But guess what? You don't sew just things. Nancy, you sew goodness and love. Because every Tuesday when Nancy comes, she talks about her son John, who died a few years ago. She talks about all the people in the church. She talks about how much the people that come here mean to her. We even heard her talk about Drew and Jack and Andrew, who were walking for today. And so Stitch and Sew said, Nancy, one of the reasons you come here is because you sew a lot of stuff that comes from the inside. And that's a lot more important than the stuff that we make. And besides, Nancy, we want to just show you what you do to our heart and to our soul. You guys busy? Well, you can just stay there. You see, Nancy, this is our soul. And we come here to Stitch and Sew, and we sew things and make things. But by the end of the evening, you lift us up. So if this is our soul and our spirit, Nancy, because of the kind of person you are, this is what happens to our soul. Can you tell I had a balloon I had nothing to do with? I wasn't trying to fit it in. So guess what? In life, some of you may learn how to sew. But the most important things we sew are the good feelings and the spirit inside our hearts. And so today we salute a lady. Her initials are Nancy Derricks. And for the goodness and decency, and because she's one of the nicest people in the whole world, I'm going to give you a hunk of the world. You can take at least 2 of these. And I also have a couple other things for you.
When troubles come and my heart burdened be.
All right. Would you like a friend to take home? Okay, take a friend. All right. And if you're taking a long time, come back and trade later, okay?
And sit a while with me. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy
You got something? Okay, good.
seas.
Thank you, Nancy, for being such a good person. She wants a rebuttal.